Okay, so this is part 2 of doing my Yokomo bmax-2 cleaning and putting back together video. So, what we did last video was, if you've seen it, taken the rear apart, these two pieces, which are these, and these two, and these, the little towers that hold the pins for the battery. Now we're taking out the servo. What we want to do with the servo is there's going to be two screws back here that you want to take out. I've already taken out one, and I just got to take out the other. Well, not with this one, but with this one. All of this is going to be 2 millimeters. 2 millimeters and 1.5 millimeters for the hexes. Now that those two screws are out, take the servo and detach it from the servo arm. Keep the horn on there, but take it off of the arm. The arm here. Servo horn's still on there. Now yes, there may be some dirt on the servo, just wipe that off. Now you're going to keep the mounts on there because those don't need to be taken off. Okay, so now you can just set your servo with all your other electronics, and now you have this. Okay, so with the front end, what you're going to do, under here, there will be 3 screws holding on the front end, and then there's going to be these 2 up here. These 3, you're going to want to take off first. Okay, sorry for that. Take these 3 off first, and then those 2 off on the top. Yeah, now yes, you may have some little nuts come out, but that's what's holding these on. I'm gonna keep each one with each nut. I also almost forgot to tell you, with the servo, let me get this out first, put that to the side. The servo, those 2 screws you got out, put them in the servo mounts right here. You always want to keep your screws in one spot, so you know where to put them after. Because I forget full mind sometimes when it comes to this. Second nut, put that with that. Just put that on there. Okay, now you've got this middle one here. This one also has a nut right there, but there's nothing special. Just three of these with 3 nuts. These are 10 millimeter screws that are going into here. I mean, I'll tell you all this when I put it back together. I'm just telling you now, just so if in case you're wondering. They're not stayed in that one, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, you've got these 2 screws in the mount up here. You're going to want to take these 2 off only. This is what will get the front end off. Put that there. Now take the other one off. I know that other people use like Team Associated and all that, but this is my first official hobby grade RC, so I like to work on it a lot. Now, okay, so now that should pop off, and now here's the chassis. Just set that aside, and now here's your front end. You got the steering, suspension, and the arms with front bumper. First thing you want to take off, front bumper is right here, these 2 screws. That was something I forgot to do in the first video that I will show you in this video. And there's probably going to be a few commenters that'll point it out, but I do not know. Now, part 1 is already up by the time of this video, so, I mean, it should be out already, but you never know. Okay, now take the arm here and put it with an area, to an area where all the front stuff is going to be at. All the front screws and everything. Now, with these 2 screws, now that you have that off, put these 2 on there. Like I said, with half a turn to a full turn. Okay, so now something I forgot to show you in the first video was with the A-arms here, the rear ones. Now you're going to want to take a screwdriver, not a hex, screwdriver, take this off. Now, this is going to be the tricky part of getting this out, of getting this piece out. Okay, so now we're going to take something thin, like something like this, and just, if that's not thin enough, you want to find something that might be a bit thinner, get that in there, and just poke it to where it sticks out some. Then if you want to, you don't have to, take a pair of pliers and just pull it out. And there you go. Now that this is out, you'll have 2 shims that'll come out, one on each side. I mean, it doesn't, you don't have to remember where each side goes, because they're both the same thickness, but if you want to, you can. I just don't bother with it. In here, it seems perfectly fine, so I'm not going to have to go in there and clean it. It feels perfectly like it'll move. And then you want to just repeat the same process with the other side. If I can find my stuff. Screws goes there. Okay, now, like I did last time, take a small piece and just push it through. Then take a pair of pliers and pull it out. Then you'll have 2 shims. Doesn't matter which side they go on, just put them there. Now, those will be taken apart, and this one feels good as well, so I'm not going to bother with that one either. So there, this goes that one, and this goes that one. Okay. Now that I have that dealt with, I can go back to the front. Next thing I want to do, under here, is 2 more screws under that front bumper. You're going to want to take those out as well. These are some longer screws, so it's going to take a little bit to get them out. Okay, so now that those are out, this should be free. Now you've got 2 more of those pins here, 2 more of these pins here. If they come out with your hand, that's great. If they don't, you're gonna have to grab a pair of pliers. Like this one didn't want to come out, so just plier it. Now with this piece, it's maybe a bit dirty and might have some grease on it. Just stick this back in. Just stick these back in, just so you know which side they go on. I mean, it probably doesn't matter which side you put them on, just put them somewhere where you'll know where they be. Now, this may get pretty confusing, so if you decide, like, wait a minute, which side does this go on? There should be an initial S, which means it goes on that end. Also, it's going to be wider on the one side, so just stick these screws back in, and then you're good with that. Okay, so now I've got all these linkages here. I want to take these out using either a tool or just a pair of pliers. If you have the tool, that's great. If you have a plier, if you don't, it happens. I don't have them, so take the linkages off. Remember which side they go on, like how I sorted out over here with right and left. I'd just do the same thing. Do the same here. Center's here, left here. So this goes like this, and then the other one comes off like so. And put that on the right side. Just makes it easier to know where to put everything. Okay, so now I'm going to be finishing up here for this video by taking these linkages off here, if I can get them off. I like to keep these videos about like 11-12 minutes long. Okay, that's off, and now you get this one off. This is for the, if you're looking at it this direction, this side, so it goes here. Then we've got this end, same thing, just take it off from this end, then it'll just peel right off the other side. If it doesn't want to come off, you just kind of gotta pull it off with force, just depending on how you do it. Okay, so this would have came off as well. Now I put that to the right side, and now I'm gonna end the video here and do part 3. See you guys later. I'm out for